Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multichromes, blush, highlight, bronzer, lip gloss, basically everything except for pressed glitter, and today we are going to be doing my purchase or pass. If that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, we're getting into it right now. Alright, you guys, and if you enjoy this eye look right here, which maybe you can see better when my eyes are closed because these lashes are a little too excessive, but if you enjoy this eye look right here, it will be coming in a video on Friday, so definitely make sure you're subscribed so you can check that one out. Now, as you guys know, this type of video was started by Samantha March, and a lot of creators put it together every week or multiple times, like once a month, twice a month, whatever, who cares. Let's talk about some makeup. I'll leave all the information for Samantha's channel as well as all the resources that I use to get my beauty news in the description box down below. So the first thing that I think we need to talk about is the Patrick Ta palette. He came out with an eyeshadow palette and some gel liners. So there's 4 liners, a black, a cream, and 2 browns, and then a palette which is like all browns. Even the enormous Diet Coke that I had this morning is not going to be enough to keep me awake for this. This is the most boring palette ever, and it's an easy pass for me. I'm really tired of all neutral palettes. I want stuff maybe with a little neutrals, but mostly with bright colors. That's what I'm vibing with right now, so I want brights. Klee Cosmetics, KLI. I don't know if I got that right, but anyway, they're doing the Takis collection. So they have a palette that is blues, reds, purples, oranges, and then they did 3 pairs of lashes. You can get the whole collection for $78.99. Oh, and there's a matte liquid lipstick that's red. I think it's a cute collection. I think it's an interesting take for like inspiration. The palette is basically a rainbow palette. The purples are more pinky purple, but you basically have the rainbow in there. I will probably be passing over that because that is quite expensive for a collection like that, but I did think it was interesting and I thought it was worth talking about. BH Cosmetics is launching the Pearl palette for June as part of their Birthstone collection. Again, $9 for these palettes. They do contain 1 pressed glitter. Again, very boring neutrals. I was really hoping that for Pearl they would do like an all like shimmer topper type palette, or do, you know, some like really pretty iridescent duochromes or something to make this look more interesting. This just isn't cutting it for me. Alright. Oh my gosh. Tammy Tanuka. Listen, this girl can just take my whole purse, okay, and just run away with it because I'm never going to need it again. She's releasing the Witch's Bath palette, which is 7 shades, and they are supposed to be like iridescent shimmery shades. This is kind of what I hoped the BH palette, the Pearl palette, was going to be, was something like this. And it's sort of rainbow colors. There's a red, there's an orange, yellow, green, kind of a green gold, then there's more of like an aqua teal green, a blue, and a purple. I think this looks so pretty, but I did look for the price for this one, and translated to US dollars, it's about $52 US without shipping. So I think it's a little steep for me at this point because there are some other things that I want to pick up. But I might pick it up in the future. I have no self-control. I did just go to, I was checking out TJ Maxx and Marshalls today, and I found a very similar palette from Essence, which was $5 or $6. So I did pick that up, but I don't think the pigments in that one are going to be quite as vibrant as what she's showing here. So I might still get it in the future. I make no promises. Alright, ABH or Norvina, or whatever you want to call her, is releasing another large Norvina palette. This is volume 5, and it is the Lavender palette. So this has some kind of cool toned neutrals that are kind of like pinky mauve neutrals, some purples, a couple of like white shades. There's that like orange soda looking shade that they want to shove in every palette, it seems. And the packaging for this palette, stunning. The cover has this like hollow kind of geometric lines going over it, which I think looks so pretty. The inside looks really pretty. This reminds me a lot of the Menagerie, what did they call that, Bats palette, the purple one that they have. I'll see if I can put up a picture, but it reminds me a lot of that palette. I have tried to catch that palette twice on restocks and have not been successful. So I'm debating getting this ABH Norvina palette because it has similar shades. It's a little bit more expanded. It includes the colors that I think I'd be personally drawn to a lot. It does include one pressed glitter, which is a drawback, but still 24 shades, $60. Not so bad. And I do have a Sephora gift card that's like chilling in my pocket, so I might wait till it comes to Sephora and pick it up then. Alright. Makeup by Mario is releasing a face collection, so this includes powder, blush, highlighter, and bronzers, and then it appears to include some like contour sticks and blush sticks. This all looks really pretty. I actually don't mind the plain white packaging for this collection compared to the plain packaging he's done for some of his other collections. I haven't liked that as much. Looks like most of the products are $28 with the exception of the powder blushes are $24. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. I would definitely think about picking something up maybe at one of like the Sephora VIB sales or something like that, because I don't think I would pay full price for this, but like 15-20% off I could maybe see picking that up. Alright, the next thing to talk about is Jaclyn Cosmetics, or Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics, whatever, I don't know, she's divorced, came up with the Bad and Rougey collection, and it appears to be sort of this modern take on sort of classic romance rococo kind of a look, in terms of the actual like packaging and the colors that they chose. They have two face palettes. One is more warm toned, one is more cool toned. They have some lip colors, they have illuminating powder blushes, and then they have stick blushes. The powdered luminous blushes are $30. The blush sticks are $22. The matte blush palettes are $45, and the lip cushions are $18. I have a feeling that the lip cushions would probably be similar to the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lips, which I do really enjoy that formula. I'm actually wearing one of those right now. But those are $5 and this is $18, so I'll be passing over that for sure. The luminous, like loose powder blushes, miss me with that. I'll make way too much of a mess with that. So that's a no for me. The blush sticks for $22. I tend to find that blush sticks, like you can pick them up with like a duo fiber brush and then blend them onto the cheeks, but if you just like swipe them onto the cheeks, they tend not to actually put down product. They tend to just lift up your foundation. So I tend not to go for blush sticks as much. Plus these have kind of that really weird like flat dome kind of shape. It looks like almost like the top of a deodorant except smaller. And for some reason that packaging just puts me off so much. I don't like it. So I'll be skipping over that. The one thing that really draws me in though is these damn blush palettes. They are $45 though. $45. And I think I'd be more comfortable if they were like $30 or $35 because it appears to be very similar shape and size to the blush palette that Manny MUA put out with Lunar Beauty, which I have, and it is absolutely stunning. So for me, it's kind of frustrating to see the same product for like 50% more price. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of on the fence. You guys will have to let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing. I'm very on the fence because Jaclyn Hill's brand, I'm not that interested in giving her additional money, but I do think that that color story is very pretty, and a whole cool tone blush palette kind of draws me in a little bit. Alright. Becca is releasing one last product. This is called High Angel, and it is a pearlescent, opalescent highlighter with like rainbow sparkles inside of it. It's $38. It looks so pretty. I don't know that I'll pick it up for full price because like that's expensive, but I might pick it up like later on if it starts to come down in price a little bit. I can't tell from the like product shots that they've shown so far if this is going to be something that would work on my skin tone. They've showed it on people that are light, medium, and deep, and it seems to work on all of them, but I know highlighters don't usually work on all different skin tones like that. Either they're going to look really chalky on deep skins, or they're going to look really like stripy on somebody who's too light for the product. So I'm waiting to see some more like swatches and stuff so that I can decide whether or not that would be a good fit for me. Okay, Morphe released the Love with Love collection. So there's a highlighter, a brush collection, and a mirror. I actually think the mirror is kind of cute. It gives me like 70s retro vibes. And the eyeshadow palette, I love that it's like a rainbow palette, but it's like grunge rainbow. I really appreciate that. Makes it like different from what we always see, so I think that's kind of cool. And the brush collection is fine. I probably won't get any of this because there's other stuff that I really want to get, but I do think the collection's pretty. Alright, One Size Beauty is doing the Brow Kiki Nourishing Brow Gel for $21 and a defining pencil for $19. I really love the Essence brow products, and they're like $5, so you're gonna have to really like wow me to get me to spend more than $5 on a brow product, and this doesn't, so I'll be passing over all of that. The Lab Cosmetics is launching new antidote glosses in different colors. So they have 4 kind of iridescent toppers, and then they have 5 shades that look a little bit more opaque so that you can actually pick up the color. They're $14 each, which I think is very pretty. I actually just picked up a similar gloss from, is it Rebel Rouge Labs, and when I picked up their Gods and Monsters palette, because the cost for a lip gloss versus the cost of paying shipping, it basically just worked out. It was easier to do that, so I picked up a gloss. I haven't got a chance to try it yet, but it kind of looks like that third gloss in from the right side of this picture, so I'll give that a try when I give the palette a try. Alright. The next thing to talk about is the BYL Cosmetics is releasing, what is this called? The Chill Out Eyeshadow Palette. And it looks like there are 12 shades, 6 mattes, 5 shimmery metallic shades, and 1 glitter. And it does come with a mirror. It looks kind of cute, but it's like, it's all warm tones, so I don't really need it. But I thought it was very cute, so I thought I would mention it, and it's only $12. So if you were looking like for that Tarte Spicy Batch palette, or something similar, and you didn't get a chance to pick that up, or the Peachy Queen Sriracha palette, something like that, this might be a good alternative to you that's more affordable. Pretty Hearts Cosmetics is releasing the Sweet and Wild palette, which appears to be sort of a pastel palette for springtime. Makes total sense. It's got some teals, it's got some corally pinks, some yellows, some neutrals. It's very cute. It's $26, so I'm not mad at the price point. And there are no pressed glitters, so that is even more intriguing. I really love those corals that are in there, especially when they put them right next to the teal. Like, that looks so pretty to me. I'm down for that. My Glitter Obsession is releasing eyeshadow bases in 10 different colors. Looks like they have white, they have some orangey yellow shades, some pinks, some purples, a red, a green, a blue. They're $9.50 each, or you can get the whole bundle for $85. Don't buy the whole bundle. You don't need that many eye bases unless you are doing super intricate eyeshadow looks and putting them on Instagram and making money off Instagram. Otherwise, you don't need that. Alright, Glamlight is releasing I Sing, which is going to be their eyeshadow base, and I am so excited. I'm definitely going to be picking this up when I pick up one of their other products, which we'll mention shortly. I definitely want to pick this up. I think it's $10, which is not bad. It's cheaper than the Juvia's Place one, so I want to give it a try and see what I think of it. Siren XO is releasing the Influencer palette, and it looks to be a rainbow matte palette. It's $29.99 and free shipping, and you can get a discount code for it. I think it's pretty, but I mean, it's just like a matte rainbow palette, so it's not really like innovative. It kind of feels very much the same, so it might be innovative for their line, but in the general like makeup sphere, it's not very innovative, so I'll be passing over that. Alright, Way is coming out with 2 new fragrances, it looks like, and they are $56 for a 50 ml bottle. One is Rouge Street, and it's violet, gardenia, ylang ylang, and white musk. And the other one is Dean Street, which is inspired by a street in London. The first one was by Paris. And this one has mandarin, lemon, grapefruit, apricot, magnolia, nougat, I don't know what that is. Violet, amber, linden, blossom, and musk. That one sounds delightful. It actually kind of reminds me of the KVD Saint perfume. That's what that kind of scent family reminds me of. So I feel like that might be something to try when I run out of some of my other perfumes. But I have a ton of perfume right now, so I don't need to be buying another one. Unless my husband wants to buy me Killian Love Don't Be Shy, in which case, put it in the cart. Alright. Glossier is releasing liquid eyeshadows, and they look barely there, brown shades. No thank you, $18 pass. Vlam Cosmetics is releasing the Sun-Kissed palette for $19.95, and it's a bronzer palette that comes in 4 different shades, and they look really cool actually. They look like they have nice kind of like rich pigments to them. They look like they would be very pretty for the summer. I might be interested in picking one of those up. And then they have the Glam eyeshadow palette that's 15 shades, 6 shimmers, 9 mattes for $29.99. I can pass over that a lot easier because it's mostly neutrals, so I don't get too excited about that. But those bronzer palettes, I might need one of those. Libellula, I'm not quite sure, is releasing a Brights palette that is 9 pastel mattes, and it is $24, launching in August. This is a very cute palette. I like the cover that has everybody's like eyes kind of looking out at you, and then inside I really like the colors that they picked out. I don't think they needed the beige and the white. I think they could have gotten away with just the white and put another like sort of bright shade in there, but that was their choice. I think the color story is very pretty, but again, it's basically a rainbow palette. It's a matte pastel palette, and I do have several pastel palettes, so I don't need to pick this one up, so I'll probably pass over it, but I did think it was really pretty. So if you don't have one and wanted to support an indie brand, that might be the way to go. Alright, so the next thing to talk about is Dominique Cosmetics is releasing 3 cream blushes, and it's kind of a peachy coral color, more of like a solid orange color, and then a rosy kind of pink color. I think the orange looks really pretty. Orange blush is like really big this year, so I think that looks really pretty, but I think they're kind of expensive. $22 each. Actually not as bad as I thought, because you can still do a discount code on that, makes it 20 bucks. Okay, I'm not mad at the price. I might consider picking one of these up in a Sephora order at some time in the future, but I do have a ton of blushes that I'm working on right now, so do I need another blush? No, but will I get it? Probably. Alright, Copacetic Cosmetics and Rocky Makeup is releasing the Streamside palette. This palette, you guys, it looks gorgeous. It's got some blues, it's got some greens, some yellows, it's got some shimmers in it. It looks stunning. If there weren't so many other things that I wanted to get, I would probably purchase this one immediately. It's $35, but there are some discount codes that'll help bring it down in price to around $31. So I may pick this up in the future on a restock, depending on what the rest of my like wants are by that point. But that's pretty. And Copacetic does some really pretty colors. Their shadows are really good quality. Shine by SD is adding 16 new shimmers to their collection, and they're going to be $5 US each. They look pretty. There's lots of like jewel tones and then some kind of like more pastel, vibrant, metallic type shades. I probably won't pick any of these up, but I do think they're very, very pretty, so I just wanted to show them to you. Alright, Peachy Queen is releasing the Fox Eyes palette, which is $24.95. It's 7 large pans, and it's all warm tone neutrals. This is like bringing a dump truck of sand to the beach. Like, we already have this. So I like some of the other more interesting palettes that Peachy Queen has done. This one is just a big miss for me. JD Glow Cosmetics is restocking their neon and vivid neon liners. I guess they're pastel neons and vivid neon liners. They look so, so pretty. I picked up a couple of these from Profusion, which I haven't gotten a chance to try the blue or the green, or I'm sorry, the blue or the pink yet. I've tried the green one, which was really nice. But I think from JD Glow, they would be amazing. e.l.f. is releasing a new putty primer. This is the Acne Fighting Putty Primer. It's $9. And it's going to be in that same packaging as the other putty primers. I really like the poreless and the illuminating putty primers. I know a lot of people have very polarizing views on that product, but I actually really enjoy it. So I probably won't pick up this one because I don't really need like an acne fighting product per se. But I did think it was kind of interesting that they're releasing more in that line. That gives me hope that those might stick around for a while. All right. Lancome is releasing the Tint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. It's going to be $32. And does it say how many shades it is? Nope. Nope, it doesn't. Let's see here. Based on the picture from TrendMood, it's 21 shades, but I'm not really sure about that. It seems to have a fairly even distribution of in the shade range, although does seem to be more towards like the lighter and medium shades than there is towards the deep shades. But the darkest shade does appear to be pretty dark, so hopefully that will serve a pretty broad range of people. And again, it's a concealer, so it doesn't need to go as dark as a foundation, but hopefully that will help, you know, a good portion of people there. Lorella Cosmetics is doing a Pride palette. It is the Prideful Eyeshadow Palette, 21 shades, and it's representing unity, pride, and inclusivity. It has mattes and shimmers, and it does look like basically a rainbow palette, but with different finishes for each color. It's cute. I like it. 5% of the proceeds are going to be donated to an LGBTQIA+ organization that helps like youth in that community. So I think that's pretty cool. I like the sort of charity component of it. I would be tempted to pick this up depending on everything else I'm already picking up. All right, Tarte. Oh, Tarte. They're releasing the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. It's supposed to be a soft matte finish. So matte full coverage foundation that we're releasing in June. But why though? Why though? $39, and it comes with a brush, and you can only get it at QVC. I don't understand. I really don't. I think that is such a ridiculous time to be releasing a full coverage foundation, but what do I know? And this shade range, do y'all see all those white dots? Do you see all those white dots compared to the brown dots? Tarte, I thought you were done getting roasted for this. I guess you want some more. I don't know. 46 shades, but most of them are white. Pass. And Melt Cosmetics is releasing the Brunette palette, which is actually kind of surprising because they just released that Mary Jane palette not too long ago. So I feel like these are two very quick, like back-to-back releases. And I feel like they might still have something else in the works, but we'll see. It's 8 shades. It's warm tone neutrals. It's a pass for me. Alright, this I thought was cute. I'm not even sure if this is new, but I saw it as an advertisement to me, and I was like, are you inside my brain? Diamond Lane Cosmetics is revealing this wine palette, and it is wine bottle shaped. It has kind of like a twist off cover, and then 21 shades that are sort of like warm tone neutrals, a couple of burgundy type shades. It is pretty. It's $35 though, and that is kind of pricey for what you're getting, so I'm passing over that, but I'm sure some of that is because it has kind of unique packaging. Alright, Michaela J Makeup and Glamlight are doing a collab, and I cannot wait. This is what I want the most. Out of everything that I've seen in the last week, this is what I want. So this is going to be Michaela's palette. We don't have a price yet. We haven't seen the full color story yet. If by the time I'm editing this we do have those things, I will definitely try to leave them on screen for you. The sneak peeks that they've done, the shimmers look stunning. The mattes look very vibrant and bold, and I love that. So this is what I'm so excited to get, and then I'll probably get that eyeshadow base at the same time because I think those could go together nicely. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about, no, not the last thing. What the hell am I talking about? So the next thing is Holo Taco is coming out with 5 new shades. They have a teal, a black, a green, a pink, and kind of like a straight up hollow shade. I think these are pretty, but like indie polish companies have been doing these kind of products for quite some time, and nobody's losing their marbles that much, but everybody seems to be like really losing their marbles for Holo Taco. So if you like Holo Taco but maybe don't want to pay $14 a bottle for the polish, check out some indie polishes, because they do it right. Alright, Black Moxie Cosmetics is restocking their Pastel Obsessions palette. This is the last time they're going to restock it, so if you're interested, definitely go get it. It looks like some purples, some teals, and then some pinky orange shades. Very pretty palette. I will probably not pick this one up, again, because there's just so many other things that I want to pick up, but I did think it looked really pretty. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about, oh, this is kind of ending on a bad note, oh well. The last thing I want to talk about is the Killer Queen Cosmetics Company new Royal Blood palette, and it's featuring 8 multi-chromes. Now, I was looking at their like social media. I forget if it was, I think it was their Instagram account, and they started posting like clapbacks from people who were commenting on their posts saying this looks like a private label like product that's just been marked up like a lot, and we don't understand why, you know, this is like this. And she's like, we make all of our own stuff and this and that, and really like getting kind of snippy with people who are like raising legitimate concerns. You know, if you're gonna, she's had palettes that are over $120, so if you're gonna charge that much money for a product, then you should be able to like demonstrate that this is like a handmade product that you're working very hard for, and not just something that you bought on AliExpress and are marking up a lot, right? So she was not able to do that. I have not seen in the past, and I do follow the brand on Instagram, but I have not seen in the past any Instagram posts that are showing her actually making any products, or like any of the manufacturing process, you know, pans being poured out, or, you know, a whole tray of pans getting ready to go into a box or anything like that. Like, I've never seen anything like that. We only ever see finished products, and all of her products have very different sizing, they have different shapes, they have different packaging, different aesthetics. And that really does push me towards the idea that this could be private label. Again, I don't know for sure. I don't know. But when I see a brand that is hand making their own products, I see a lot of behind the scenes footage, because people are very interested in that. People like that. They think it's cool to see, and it's kind of exciting to see what your product started out as and then what it looks like in the finished palettes. So people like Shine by Sid, or Shine by SD, I don't know why I call it Shine by Sid, but Shine by SD, Copacetic Cosmetics, Cleona, who else does that? Shroud. They're of course not the only ones, but they do put out those types of Terra Moons. They do put out a lot of pictures and videos and things showing like the whole construction process, the process of making their palettes, the process of making their shadows, process of, you know, making whatever. And all of their products seem to go together. They have an aesthetic. They have similar packaging, sizes and shapes, pan shapes. Like, they have things that go together. It makes sense for the brand. When I see this brand, I see different packaging sizes. I see different packaging shapes. I see all kinds of different products all over the place. Everything is, you know, very expensive. And so it really makes me wonder whether or not this is truly like handmade cosmetics. If I had to put money on it, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say it's not. But again, I don't know that for sure. But it really does make you wonder why they're marking up the prices so much for products that they are not hand making. So I will definitely be passing over this, and I doubt I'll be purchasing anything from this brand, because everything that I've found from this brand that I've wanted to purchase, I found somewhere else a lot cheaper. One example would be they had a set of metallic water activated gel liners that I wanted to get, and I think it was like 5 or 6 little gel liners, like the little 1-gram plastic containers, and they were charging over $50 for that set. And I found them at another indie brand, Mamacita Cosmetics, and that same set, the same exact set, was like $25. So that kind of stuff makes me think this is private label, and it's marked up way too much to be like reasonable. So hard pass for all of it, honestly. Alright, you guys, and that is kind of a negative note to leave things on, but I did really enjoy getting a chance to talk about all the goodies that are coming out. I have one more thing to talk about that'll actually kind of turn this negative train around a little bit, and it is a handful of sneak peeks from Nomad Cosmetics. So they have been doing a lot of like travel themed makeup for a while, and they've recently kind of shifted their branding, so they're going to be doing more like nature themed as opposed to like truly travel themed, which I think is kind of cool because it still fits in with their idea of traveling, but it gives them a little bit more doors to walk through in terms of opportunity to expand their line, which I think is awesome. And they've done 3 sneak peeks. They have kind of this coppery metallic shade, a matte green shade, and then like a metallic teal. They all look so pretty. But I do think that it's a really cool concept. I love how they do these little like guessing games to kind of get you excited for the palettes. I am very interested in seeing what this palette looks like. I'm hoping it's one of their like 15 pan palettes, because I think that colors like that size is a really good size for them. So I'm hoping it'll be one of those type sizes as opposed to like the 9 pan palettes, but I'll have to wait and see. Hopefully by the time you see this, the actual whole color story will be released, and I'll have that up here instead of just the sneak peeks, but you'll have to let me know if you're interested in picking that one up. Alright, and with that said, that is everything for this week's Purchase or Pass. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. Bye!